My name is Holly. I'm the Oracle of Del Rey, and this is Gossiping with the Signs. We're going to start with the first sign, a fire sign, Aries, also a cardinal sign. Cardinal signs, its modality means that it's the first sign of its season. So Aries is the first sign of spring and considered the first sign of the zodiac. It rules over the fourth house and also areas pertaining to self-image. So when gossiping with an Aries, you can look to them for stuff about self-discovery, self-evolution, your new era of selfhood. I'm in my vanity era right now personally. It's very Aries and Leo themed, very vanity is very fire themed, if I do say so myself. But yes, all Aries gossip pertains to, or Aries themed gossip rather, pertains to self-discovery, evolution, trying new things, and your new eras of selfhood. So anytime you want to bring up a topic about yourself, who you are now, who you've become, what you've been through, these are Aries matters. Moving on to Taurus matters. Now, Taurus, I'm a Scorpio. So Taurus is my opposite. It's the second sign of the zodiac ruling over the second house, and it's a fixed sign, just like Scorpio is. Us fixed signs, we're the middle of the season. So the middle of autumn is Scorpio, the middle of spring is Taurus. So it's May is usually when the birthdays are. And Taurus gossip pertains to all topics surrounding financial opportunities and opportunism. Delicious food and drink that we've been eating and trying and want to share with others and want to recommend to others, as well as nesting and being a homebody and doing some of that like trad life stuff. So that's all very Taurus stuff, very Taurus topics of conversation, if you will. Taurus topics. The third sign of the zodiac, Gemini, the twins, it's an air sign. It's also a mutable sign representing the end of their respective seasons. Gemini represents the end of spring. It's in June primarily. Our President Trump is a Gemini. Gemini matters pertain to social hierarchy, being judgy of others, discerning people you want to be around from people that you don't want to be around. What the scoop is on others, the latest gossip on others. Us Scorpios, we're like the queens of gossip, but Geminis are the best people for us to gossip with, let's be honest. And also funny stories, Aries of comedy. All the air signs, I think, govern probably comedy of some sort. So funny stories and having, going through something and can't wait to tell about it later. That's very Gemini vibes. Cancer matters. I have so many Cancers in my life. It's a sign I run into most. I don't know if it's because I'm a Cancer rising or it's because I'm a Scorpio sun, but Cancer pertains to the family and home. It rules over the fourth house. It's a water sign and also a cardinal sign. So like Aries, it's at the beginning of a season. It's the beginning of summer and Cancer season. All Cancer matters pertain to home life, drama, home improvement, what you've been doing, what you've been remodeling, redecorating, stuff like that. Those are all Cancerian topics of conversation, as well as, emotionally laborious topics of conversation, those hard talks that you don't want to have. I sweep those under the Cancer category there. And then, of course, all the gossip about your family, because who doesn't love gossiping about their family, especially with their aunties or cousins? So those are all Cancer matters. You got stuff going on with the family, it's a Cancer matter. Leo matters. Leo rules self-image and vanity and feeling good about yourself and your self-expression. How are you expressing yourself lately? These are Leo matters. So your ego, how you're feeling about yourself, hopefully good. Especially if you're talking to other Leo dominant or Leo energy types. Romance also is a fifth house Leo energy. It's another fixed sign, so it's in the middle of summer, August birthdays. And it's all about having fun and understanding the pleasure side of life, or hedonism. I'm all about hedonism. It's one of my favorite philosophies. It's actually not that bad if you look into it. Look up hedonism. Yes, Virgo matters. My favorite matters. I have a sixth house stellium. Sixth house is ruled by Virgo, so I vibe with Virgo energy a lot. My sister's a Virgo rising as well. I vibe with a lot of having Virgo traits in the chart. Virgo matters pertain to natural health, that hippie, granola, crunchy lifestyle, taking care of yourself, and also taking care of others, like knowing the trick. You know, if you got something going on, call a Virgo. You got a toothache or something, call a Virgo or a Virgo dominant chart. They can help you out with that kind of naturopath recommendation. Also organizing, keeping organizing and decorating. I just see myself as a great decorator. Got that hippie boho vibe, but very clean and organized, I think, geometrically. And also small animals and pets are of Virgo matters. So talking about your lovely dogs and cats and other animals, those are all Virgo matters. Libra matters. So when we're talking Libra topics, we're talking about issues of wrongdoing and injustice. There's a lot that goes wrong in the world. There's a lot of injustice in the world, and that all falls under Libra matters, as well as aesthetics. Looking good, being polished. That's a Libra concern. Polishedness. Whether something is gaudery, tawdry, or unacceptable altogether, that's a Libra issue. As well as partnerships. They can be both romantic and marriage partnerships, as well as business partnerships. These all are all gossip about these topics and are all Libra related issues. So Libras will be most interested in hearing these things, or people with a Libra dominant traits and areas of communication on their chart. I have a Libra Mars and a Libra South node. So I think aesthetics come naturally to me, if I do say so myself. Speaking of my sign, let's look at Scorpio matters. Getting to the capital T truth, sussing out the truth, that is a Scorpio matter. It doesn't, people lie to themselves and each other constantly, but us Scorpios, we see right through it. We see through your lies. We see the truth. Even if you're trying to hide it, we might not get it precisely right. We might miss an Oxford comma in writing out what the situation is. We might not get it all accurate, but we can sense the like underlying capital T truth of it all. So don't try to get one over on us. Also taboo topics, including politics, is a Scorpio matter. There's a lot of Scorpios in politics, including Joe Biden, President Joe Biden, and former Madam Secretary Hillary Clinton. They're both Scorpios. There's more. And secrets. Secrets, of course, are Scorpio matter. We find out secrets because we can see the truth. Like, sussing out the truth is our number one thing for gossip. We can see the truth. So it's like, whenever you want the truth, come to a Scorpio. But if you're not ready, if you don't want it, don't ask a Scorpio. Trust me. We see what people don't want to see or talk about, but we love talking about it. So talk to me about it. Also, personal ambition. Scorpio is the sign of ambition. We like setting goals and achieving them. The higher and the crazier, the better for Scorpio dominant types. We should indulge in our personal ambitions, I think. It can be very scary for a Scorpio to do such things, though. Sagittarius matters. These are fun, too. My stellium in the 6th house is in Sagittarius. So I have a lot of that Sagittarian trait. That pertains to philosophy and science, so new discoveries in science or new arguments in philosophy or new ideas in these fields. These are Sagittarian matters, as well as traveling, wanting to travel, talking about travel plans, planning travel, especially with friends, and as it pertains to work. And then constructive criticism. Sagittarians are good at giving feedback. They're good at kind of seeing the big picture and giving notes on how people can do better. Capricorn matters. Economics and finance, of course. Very earth sign. In Wall Street, there's a bull that represents Taurus. All the earth signs are kind of clever when it comes to economics, but Capricorn, I think, takes the cake on this one. Also playing the devil's advocate. They know how to challenge topics, so be careful challenging a Capricorn because they'll challenge you right back. They like making sure you're really strong on your arguments, so just don't go to a Capricorn unless you can anticipate and are prepared for taking a defensive stance and having to really spell out your point with them, those types. They're also very mathematical and logical. I'm a Capricorn descendant. I don't have much of it. Oh, my Neptune's in Capricorn, I guess. But they're really that like math-minded and very smart and methodical is why they're good at finance and making that money. And speaking of, Aquarius matters. Making that money right now is technology, and Aquarius governs technology and new ways of thinking and social collaboration, social trends, fashions, also your community, nation, and society. And the age of Aquarius denotes a time of splendor and utopia and free love. So Aquarius matters pertains to revolutions and things that happen that affect a whole society at once, like collective traumas, for example, are all Aquarius matters. So when something really big happens on the national scale, that's an Aquarius matter. Last but not least, our Pisces matters. Pisces closes out the zodiac. It's a water sign. It's a mutable sign. It represents the end of winter. Pisces matters pertains to all things spirituality, so denots or dark night of the soul, going through dark spiritual inner revolutions and coming out the other side okay. That's a very Pisces thing, as well as breaking your own limitations, trying new things, and figuring out the boundaries of life. Whenever you're kind of exploring that deep, that's a good water sign thing, whether it be Scorpio or Pisces are very good topics, as well as Pisces are the biggest creatives of the zodiac. They're very beautiful artists and great at artistic pursuits. As a Libra South Node, I can judge that. They're great artists. I know some Pisces artists. They're wonderful. So Pisces gossip pertains to anything with these topics of creativity or spirituality or the dark side of existence. So thank you so much for indulging me and joining me and hearing about the best gossip from all the signs. And this is Gossiping with the Zodiac.